Hi guys, welcome to Pillow Talkz. Today's show we have the wonderful Junior Booker.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
And we have Legslicious from the Late Night Talk Show.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome guys.
Thanks for having me.
How are we all?
I'm amazing, wonderful, and I'm bright.
Like the sun?
I'm doing good.
How are you doing, June?
I'm doing good, yeah.
Yeah?
Happy to be here.
You ready for today's topic?
Always ready.
So today we're going to be talking about polyamory and polygamy. Very controversial topics. I feel like it's been quite current. We've been hearing quite a lot about it in the media and, you know, all over. I know different countries have different takes on it, but I just wanted to sort of get you guys' opinions on what do you feel like when it comes to polygamy? Would you ever be in a polygamous relationship, Junior?
Yeah, definitely. Sounds good.
Why does that not surprise me?
No, it's bare girls by the sound of it.
It's a bare girls now.
But it's
Can't
not
see
just
a
bare girls
downside.
though, is it? It's
That's what I'm hearing.
it's girls. It's
Yeah.
you with a girl
Yeah.
and
Got
possibly
the next girl.
yeah, but the girl can have a man as well.
No.
And
What?
it's a relationship that you've all committed to and
Yeah.
are happy with.
As long as everyone's happy, I'm happy. It sounds good.
Have you been in one before?
I think I'm one now, to be honest.
Oh,
I think
right.
I'm, by the sounds of it. No, have I been, I've never used that word before. I wouldn't really use, that's not a common word that people use.
No, it's very tricky as well.
Yeah, it's hard word to say.
Polygamy. Had to practice it 1,000 times.
Well, I say polygamy.
Polygamy.
Yeah, I say polyamory.
Yeah, but that's a different one though.
Yeah, polyamory.
Yeah, polyamory is different from polygamy.
Yeah. Polygamy.
let's
It's
stick to
polygamy, which I
polygamy.
can say easily. The other one is polyamory.
How does your relationship stretch against that? How is it for you? How did it come about?
What, me having
Yeah, like
loads of girls?
Yeah, was it?
Well, how many have you got?
How many girls do you have?
Yeah.
Now?
Yes, the relationship that we're talking about.
Did you just say that you're in? You think
Yeah,
you're
I
in one
think I
now?
am. But now she's saying, but it's not like a contract kind of thing. It's just like.
Well, it's not necessarily.
really know about it.
It's not necessarily a signed contract, but
Yeah.
it's a contract of words. It's an agreement between you, your girlfriend, your girlfriend's boyfriend, your girlfriend's
So I've
girlfriend.
got to hang out with the girlfriend's boyfriend as well. in
No, well,
exchange.
I'm asking you. How does
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do
What does
that.
yours look like?
What would it look like, hypothetically speaking? We're
Okay.
talking. It'll be me. I'm just looking after like different women, different occasions,
I didn't
and
know.
everyone's okay with that. Yeah,
Are
that's
you-
how I'd be happy with that. Yeah, having like having 5 girlfriends at once. Yeah, that's the way I see it.
See, I have a thing about this. So the whole polygamy thing,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. I believe that if you're in a relationship and everybody else is party to it and they're happy
Yeah.
with it, then that's fine. But I also think that if it's the man that is having all these women,
Yeah,
can that man equally share his time? Can that man equally share his emotions? Like,
yeah.
you should only be in that sort of relationship if you can, you know, deliver. And I don't feel like men can deliver. I kind of feel like they're just being greedy and it just sounds okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
It-
I agree.
And it's definitely more of a male-dominated sort of thing.
Definitely.
Because men can love more than one woman at the same time.
Yeah,
We
but
can spread our
some
love
of them-
around. Women can't do that.
Why can't we?
Because you're just emotionally connected to one person. When you have sex with someone, women, they just like, they're putting all the energy into
Oh,
that
I
one
didn't know
person.
you was a woman, Tish. What?
You know, like
No,
we love
women,
our
'cause-
children. There's several of them.
Yeah, that's different. That's different. When
It's
it
about
comes to
we're talking about
relation-
love, and you can't tell us how our heart
Okay.
is not able to be separated into thing.
I know a lot
like
about
when
women.
we do our thing, we do our thing good. Like you don't know what's going on, so
with
you can't
one
say.
person, with one man.
No,
though,
no,
innit?
no,
It's
no.
always one
That's
man.
what you think.
From a
So
pom-pom,
Tish,
yeah.
do you have you been in a
No.
polygamous relationship?
Not that I was aware of,
would-
and no, I would not entertain it.
Why would you not entertain it?
I never want that for myself, so no, I'm not entertaining that argument at all.
So would you say that in respects of polygamy, where everyone is in the loop, everybody knows what's happening, everyone has agreed to it, are you saying that that is still like a no-no, or are you just speaking on the
I don't like to share.
polyamorous?
I don't like to share.
I think it would have been better if it was polyamorous. A lot of people, a lot of men, especially our old school generation, our fathers and our grandfathers, had other kids. You go to the funeral and there'll be like 4 different women.
Exactly.
All claiming to be
the woman.
The woman. And we're like, I've never seen you before. What? Who are you? Who are you?
That is polyamorous.
That isn't, because it's not agreed to. But if it was agreed to,
that's polyamorous.
if it was agreed to, everyone would have been happy. If you knew what the situation was. There's a problem when there's not an agreement. So polyamorous is a good thing. It's just what our dads and grandfathers did was technically cheating, because our parents, our grandparents.
It wasn't technically, it was cheating.
It was cheating,
cheating.
It was cheating.
Without the label.
Without the label.
If you don't know about the other person, then you know,
but the woman, you wouldn't see the man on the weekends ever. Where was he going? But he was just, I'm going to work. He wasn't going to work. He was going to visit his other family. And the women, they kind of knew, but because they're in a happy home and the man's providing for them, they just kept the home, and that's an old school thing. Now women don't do that.
So why do you think? I mean, if you think it can work in that, why do you think that it doesn't? It's not working in society. It's not like the majority of people do not want to be in a polygamous relationship.
Because we don't want to share. People want stuff for themselves.
It looks bad now, innit? To know that your man.
Definitely looks bad now, for real.
Back in the day, there was no social media. There was no people influencing you.
There's a telephone box.
Yes, a telephone box. Back in the day.
God, you're not showing our age.
You wouldn't even know.
My God.
There was no social, there's no pictures, so it was easy to have next to me. You could just go to like the next ends and have a whole new family, because no one knew who you was on the ends. But now everyone knows who everyone is. Social media, all these apps, they're tracking you. It says on your phone where you've been half the time. So on your Oyster card, it says where you've been. On your bank statement, it says where you've been. So it just brings a lot more bait now. It's harder to do them kind of things. And women have more respect for themselves now than they did back in the day. Back in the day,
that's not fair.
Well, not more respect, but they just have more independence. I don't like having that anymore. Women,
I think we have more of a voice.
Yeah,
now.
more of a voice as well.
I think we use our voice more. I think we now understand our power more. I think we stand in our power more. I think we are, a lot more assertive.
Yeah.
And we more work together as women, whereas I think before it was a lot more, of a competitive sort of field when it came to just life in general. I think we come together more as women, and I think that's probably why, in the element of polygamy, you could, the women have to obviously come together and have that, make that decision and sort of, be agreeable to it.
Yeah.
Polygamy works. It used to work, but now because society's changed, it doesn't really work anymore. But there was a time where in certain cultures it's still happening and they're all happy.
Yeah.
The man's there, he's providing for all his 7 wives, all his 20 children. Everyone's happy, no drama. Nowadays, a man can't even provide for 1 woman without bare drama. So are things getting better or are things getting worse? I don't know. But
that's also though, because it's like you said, I mean, speaking from, if you're culture-wise and if you're in another country and the way that you have been brought up, if you see something and it's normal, then it's normal.
Yeah.
So that there is no, sort of idea of, oh, this is a dramatic thing and I should feel really hurt by this, or I shouldn't want to choose. It's a normal cultural thing in, whatever part of town it is. But I think in the Western society, that is not, it's not deemed as normal. And I think we have got very sort of attached to being with one person. And
that's, to me, that's not normal.
There are more women in this world, so there's always going to be, the ratio of men it's always going to be.
And for a man,
that sort of,
to be with one woman, that's not normal. That's not a natural instinct to be with one woman. The man's making a big effort. So when your
I agree with that.
So when when you got a man that's good to you and is faithful, women just think that's normal. No, it's not normal.
Why is it not normal?
It's not normal for a man just to be one woman all the time. That's a big deal for.
No,
it's not biologically speaking. Societies, biologically speaking, because we've got urges. We want to.
Yeah, so take out your urge on your woman.
You can't. No, you can't because she's not always on it. She's not always in the mood. She's bare stressed, bare arguing. If your woman's argued, then you're going to go to your next side chick who wasn't arguing with you. And then come back to your main chick.
Shouldn't the man then pick the right person who they need to be in order to fulfill those needs? There's no point in picking.
People change though.
That sexual satisfaction.
People change. That's how people get divorced. When you meet someone, they're amazing. 2 years later,
but then get divorced. Then don't.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
don't
but
take
you got the
beats.
mortgage, you got the kids, you got this, you got responsibility, you got your parents saying you can't divorce her. It's divorcing people is not a good look. It's a certain society. That's a bad thing to do.
Certain cultures,
so it's easier to just go get a side chick, then, isn't it? I'm just not going to divorce. All my stuff's here. I'm not moving out. That's long. I'm going to get a side chick. It's easier.
So Junior,
I'm not saying me.
Junior, let me ask you.
I'm not married.
Let me ask you this.
What?
So if you had a girlfriend and you decided you wanted to have another girlfriend, your girlfriend was okay with that. If she then decided that she wanted to have another boyfriend, would you be okay with that?
No.
See,
you can't take the heat.
And you know what?
This is the thing. It's not equal. It's not fair.
It's very.
It's not equal. I'm just saying that's me personally. I'm not every single man in the world. That's me personally.
Yeah, but you're talking about from yourself, and next minute you're talking about somebody else.
I'm talking about me personally. She asked me a personal question. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about, me personally.
That's how most men think. That they don't mind having another woman, but if the woman wants another man, it's a problem.
Because men are possessive, we're territorial like that. It's in our nature.
Yeah, but so are women possessive. That's why I say I'm not sharing my man. Do you understand? Like, there's no two ways about it, innit? It's me and you, or hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
Yeah,
simple.
But there's a reason.
I can satisfy what you need, innit? There's lots of different things that we can do on different days of the week, innit? Obviously, yes, we have a time where we have to take a break because of nature.
Yeah.
But other than that, call yourself, innit?
But Tish, okay, let's play devil's advocate. So say you had your partner and I don't know, sexually or even emotionally, there was things that he maybe couldn't give you. Would you be okay with being with someone else?
From someone else?
Well, either would you be okay with if he said, yeah, it's okay, Tish, you can find Jim and Jim can give you what you need, but I still want to be with you. Would you be happy with that?
I don't know. Because I think that's a bit unfair. That's unfair.
No, but in the beginning you said you were totally against it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't just say yes.
Yeah, but you didn't say no.
Well, I didn't say no. Fair enough. Well, then no. But obviously, short of having a conversation about it. Yeah.
But you don't know. That's the point.
No, but I don't know because short of being in that situation, that's a different thing, isn't it? Like, but at the end of the day, if we're in this together, we have to be in it together, isn't it? Like, there's maybe things that I'm not going to be doing either, so we have to come to a compromise so that way we're good.
Yeah.
But it is about having that conversation, having that communication. So from we have that, then we can overcome anything.
Yeah, communication is key to everything.
Key, definitely.
And especially if you are, looking to embark on, a polygamous relationship.
Yeah, like
I've always seen someone
it has to be a conversation.
Definitely.
Someone like Future, the rapper, what he's doing.
People doing rappers?
No, I'm saying.
What's he doing?
No, because he's got like this. He breathes up the place, isn't it?
What, like Nick Cannon's doing right now?
Yeah. And everyone's happy. He's open with it.
Yeah, but they've got money though. There's a difference though, because the money's involved.
And if I had that kind of money, I'll be doing the same thing, to be honest, with Nick Cannon and Future. If you can afford it, it comes down. A lot of it comes down to money.
Yeah, but he's not paying apparently. He's not even paying.
Nick Cannon's paying.
That's a really good point because I do feel like even in other cultures where you have religion as well. A lot of the men who do have more wives have got money. They've got the means, and that's probably why women might accept it a little bit more. It might be easier on the palate.
Look at what Nick Cannon's doing, getting different girls pregnant in the same couple months, and all these girls are taking pregnancy pictures with Nick Cannon, and everyone's happy.
Yeah,
everyone's all happy.
Because he got the money.
Yeah, he's got the money. If I can't afford to do that, so I can't do it. If I could afford to do what Nick Cannon's doing, I'll do the same. A lot of men would do that as well. I'm
actually now thinking if that was the case, if that was presented to me, whether I would actually be okay with it.
You would. Most women would be.
But I still think
getting a rich baby father is paying your bills.
But there is still the other elements of a relationship. So it's not just about money. That might suffice in the beginning, but later on down the line, when you're not getting the nurturing that you need, you're not getting the love that you need, you're not getting the emotional support that you need, that's what we need as women.
Definitely.
So,
It might not last for long.
and I don't think a man can spread that evenly.
No, he can't. He can't. And then
They can just about spread it with one woman. So that's why I'm very sort of dubious about that whole polygamy, in being in
Some
that
women,
sort of
all they want to do is
relationship.
be looked after. They don't want the nurturing, the emotional support. They just want to be looked after. That's a bigger deal to them.
So we got to pick wisely.
Yeah. So, and if you're Nick Cannon, you know we can look after you. So end the story. It's not a problem.
Yeah, but it depends what you call looked after, innit? So if you're just talking about financially looked after, it's a different thing from emotionally being looked after and catering to my needs, adorning me, acknowledging me, and admiring me. That's a whole different ballgame.
And what about if we have children as well?
And that's what I was coming to. Like, what about our children? Because then, short of me sharing you, my children have to share a dad, and you could give me time and also give my children time.
Yeah,
like
it's a lot.
There's not enough time in the day
it's
for all
a lot.
of that.
I don't think it's.
Well,
I don't think it's a
there,
realistic sort of.
There are lots of women out there
situation,
who are sharing their partners with lots of other people, or lots of women who have baby fathers with lots of baby mothers, who are not even getting the financial support. There's bare women out there doing that. So.
But not
we should share and we'll get financial support. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying there's women out there who are okay with sharing their baby fathers with other baby mothers and not getting financial support, and they're raising their child by themselves, basically. So,
I don't think any woman would be okay.
They're not okay with it, but they're not
I think they just have to get on with it.
Well,
because we have to.
They can take the man in and be like, you know what, I don't care if you...
it proudly.
They can take the man in and be like, I don't care if you cheated on me, I still want to be with you. No, they're saying, fuck that, get out, and I'll raise a child by myself. Because women are very independent. They don't need a man to nurture their man, care for them like that.
No, that's not true.
That's the whole point, Junior.
We do, but we haven't got a choice.
We are women. We are telling you.
Listen, I hear a lot of women. I hear a lot of women saying, I don't need no man, I don't need this,
No, but that's a front. It's a front. It's a front. No, it's a front.
That's called walls that have been put up from being trodden on for too many years.
And it's called having vibrators that you can use and not have to worry about it.
So you don't need no man.
Your battery's
That's a whole nother show.
Well, that is, you get me? But I'm just saying, like, it can go hand in hand.
Nowadays, men need women more than women need men. Women are very independent.
No, we present ourselves as independent
exactly.
because we can't do nothing else. But it's not that what we want, and we don't want to seem to be weak, innit? Because it's always been, it's a fighting thing, innit?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
we have to present that we're strong, that we can manage this. But don't think we're not behind the doors crying or keeping up foolishness because we're upset, because we're lonely, because we're single and we've gone through this. No, but we've got to put up a face for our children, for ourselves, for our friends, for our family. Like, it happened, didn't it? Like, yes, you told me and I didn't listen, and now look what's come to me. I have to get on with it. Yeah. What can I do?
It's a very...
Can't look like an idiot.
It's a very touchy sort of... It's a very touchy...
Yeah, but okay, so if you know from the get-go that he's not going to be around there emotionally, but he's going to provide for you. He's going to be around a bit, but not every day, and he's going to provide for you financially. There's not going to come a point where you're behind the door crying because you knew from the get-go what his man was like.
It doesn't matter.
No, but
your heart doesn't tell you.
I know, but you'll be happy.
I don't think any woman would.
You think Nick Cannon's baby mothers, not a relationship, but a situation. Nick Cannon's baby mothers ain't crying behind the door because they knew what was going on from the get. They knew.
Yeah, but that's different.
Do you know what? They're probably hoping to be me, to pick me. Like, who's going to choose me in it? Because there's a difference, isn't it? Because you might think there's that. You know, women have that thing where we feel like he's going to choose me in it. It's going to be me. I can make him want me.
More for you.
There's not more for me. I know my worth, innit? So like, I can get, when I get down, B, you're gonna be coming back. You ain't letting go, brother.
He just got 2 other girls pregnant in the same month as you,
but
though.
But come on, them pregnant because they wanted the pregnancy.
All right,
so did you, though. You wanted it, though.
Let's come off of Nick Cannon because he's not in our world.
Nah, and he's just not ready.
It's not even a good example because we don't live in that celebrity.
That's someone with money, though. We can talk about royalty then, because all these sultans from Saudi Arabia, they got like 8 wives and stuff, because they can afford that.
But that's also religious.
And all the wives are happy.
Yeah, but if you look at where the wives come from.
In the Muslim religion, obviously, you can marry.
But they're happy,
you can marry multiple women. But also in that religion, you have to be able to look after them equally. And that is my point when it comes to polygamy.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to be able to look after them, not just financially, but in all the other ways that we need to be looked after, emotionally, physically.
I don't think these sultans are looking after their wives emotionally. They're paying their mates. They're not doing that.
Look, you've got what's it? Polygamy, which is when you're married, and polyamorous is when you're not married, isn't it?
Yeah.
When a lot of these sultans, when they're picking up the women, and marrying them, what class are these women coming from as well? Because that's the other thing as well. They're not necessarily taking up women that are all rich and the same level as them,
most
or
of them
in the same area.
Are quite young as well.
Yeah.
Quite young women, not a lot of money in the family, so it works well, you know.
Yeah.
So and all that kind of stuff. It's a whole different ball
So
game.
Tish, listening to everything that we've spoken about, what would you?
I still
say
ain't
now?
doing it. I ain't doing it.
You don't think you'd do it?
No, I know I ain't doing it.
You don't think you know that you won't do it?
I know that I will not be in
She might do it.
polyamorous or polygamous or polygamy. Any of the P's that you want to call it, me no want it.
Never. Period.
Period. I'm
Junior,
out of that.
Junior, what is your last opinion on this topic?
If I could afford it, I'll do it.
Okay. And if you couldn't?
Then I won't do it.
Okay.
I can't have bare girls and not afford them. But if I can afford it and all the girls are happy, me, Junior Booker, right now, if I told a girl you got to share me, she's like, what? Fuck off. Not doing that. But if I was a millionaire and I threw money in their face, they'd be like, oh yes, I'll share you.
Making
Making it rain on them. They'd be like, I'll
rain.
share you, I don't mind. I'm going Gucci store now. So big up Polyamory though, they're very nice girls.
Polyamory.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a good topic. We'll have to touch on it again soon. So thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
You move, or they move it. You've moved it. When you're just about to come, and then you move, and I'm like, you're like, too quiet.
That's the time when I'm on my back going, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Give me a minute, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, let's start this again.
Only one that I really use.
But the thing with that is there's no build up. There's no come down to it. You just like, you want to do it.
I
I'll cut
know.
5 minutes, bust on that, finish getting dressed, go to work. Or whatever. It's a little minute out of your day and it's fine. It's just a little... It's less knickers. You can actually have sex while you're wearing them.
Oh, really?
Like who controls the...
Whoa.
So we got them ones, and then...
That sounds interesting.
That sounds like a plan.
And then...
Isn't it? Like, you didn't share those videos, girl. Some of that. www. You get it?
It's Love Honey, man. It's Love Honey.
Oh,
And they
Love
got-
Honey,
They got
okay.
student discount as well. And all
We don't want to give in.
But I use it on my own. I do use it on my own.
Me too.
Short of having choices, which not to say I don't have choices,
Yeah.
but different times you have different things, you know.
Yeah.
I saw one the other day that my ex bought. It was like a condom, but it's like hard plastic. You know, like a dotty condom. You know, like condoms with dots on it. The condoms with the dots on it.
Yeah.
What
Like you got ribs,
Not like
you
ribs.
know, like ribs.
They've got like little knobs.
But it's like
on
little
them.
dots all over the condom.
Where have I
But this
been?
is like a hard plastic one. So he.